Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Blake Lord Farquaad here. I wanted to go over the wars with you. So we were on a really big hot streak for a little while there. We had, I think, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 wars in a row that we won. And then it was like, bam, 2 ties in a row. We never get ties. I mean, you go through our list, and last tie we had was 53 days ago. So, I mean, it's been a while, and I think we've only got like 4 or 5 ties on our whole record, and we got, like I said, 2 back to back. We did great on this war. Probably should have won that one. We just didn't have one person do an attack that needed to do an attack. Um, I wanted to go through a couple of attacks here, and they were in the beginning of this war. And it's just kind of how to not do a go wipe, more or less, is what it was. And in the beginning, let's see here, they hit some of our bases, and like this is a perfect example. So this guy went after D's Nuts base, otherwise known as Stout, formerly known as Stout, I should say. And see, he started pretty much from a corner. You really don't want to start from a corner. You want to start from a side. So this is where I would have started from rather than a corner. Corners seem like they're easier, but what it does is it's actually a narrower field of trash buildings, and you need to clear out those trash buildings to get your P.E.K.K.A.s to go inside and your king to go inside. And like I said, he did the opposite of that, hit a corner, and whenever you're doing corners, it makes all the defenses start funneling into where your golems are, so you actually have more items firing into your golems whenever they get farther in. Also, he didn't bring a jump spell, and so now you can see what's happening. Because of that funnel didn't get created properly, here's where all of his wizards are going, and they're going to continue to go around. And his P.E.K.K.A.s are going to do the same thing, the exact same thing, because there was, like I said, there was no jump spell and there was no side entrance. It was just right onto the corner there. And now you can see he's pretty much screwed. I mean, he only has 2 wizards left. His coin's going to be gone, so all of his projectile troops, I guess you could say, his long-range troops, they're all pretty much dead at this point. He's got a couple of wizards and a couple of archers, and he's pretty much done for. All the rest of these troops are just too slow, and they have to hit walls just to get to the next obstacle. So there's not nearly enough things to get through here. And they are tanky troops, his P.E.K.K.A.s and his golems, but it's just not going to work out for him. And that's pretty much the end of that raid. Like I said, there's a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s left, and now at what he took out, I mean, his troops basically wrapped around the whole town hall rather than going in the middle of it. Had he brought a jump spell and put it, around here, may have gotten farther. But because of the way he did the raid, like I said, it just didn't work out because he didn't know what he was doing. Kind of an idiot. Let's go into another one. Scroll down, and here's another really good example of that. So another go wipe, and this guy did his go wipe, and he didn't create a funnel either. So starts out at the bottom. Bad idea, because my clan castle's up here. I would start from the clan castle side rather than from the town hall side, because that clan castle is going to come out, and it's not going to help him out in any way, shape, or form. So he started out, he took out the builder's hut, so he took out the center building, which is the worst one to take out first. You want to take out the outside ones and leave the middle ones last, as it draws your troops in the side of the base. Once again, no jump spells. And there goes the P.E.K.K.A.s and the golems, and you can see already the P.E.K.K.A.s are going outside of the base. And they're level 1 P.E.K.K.A.s, but, I mean, whatever. He still would have gotten he probably still would have gotten at least 2 stars out of this. So now they're going all the way around the outside of the base, and you can see that I'm just going to times 4 this, because literally they go all the way around the outside of the base. And now the clan castle troops are out there just wiping them out. All of his tanks are pretty much gone. His wizards just died, and now he's got nothing left but a queen, and that's not going to work out for him because there's no golems in front of that queen tanking. So yeah, I mean, he took out a base, which is a lot, but he only got 1 star. So that's not going to work out very well for him either. Let's see, was there any other ones that I wanted to see? I think that was pretty well it with those. Just kind of wanted to go over why it's so important to create that funnel that I always talk about. You got to create the funnel. You got to create the funnel. I'm always saying that. Maybe a bad dragon deployment. Let's see what happens here. Another bad gowipe. And this clan was, we should have won this. I mean, these guys were really, really bad at doing the gowipe. And this is not a hard base to gowipe. I mean, the core is enormous. If you can get inside of that core, I mean, you pretty much have it. And he's, I mean, deploying all of his wizards in the same spot, all of his wall breakers in the same spot, rather than letting them into different areas of the base. Dropped his golems in the same spot. He really likes this spot of the base right here. So there goes more wizards. P.E.K.K.A.s. I don't even think he moved his screen for this raid. And see how he's just trickling one troop at a time to die? Let's put my P.E.K.K.A.s out. No, well, they're almost dead, so let's go ahead and put another P.E.K.K.A. out. Well, that's almost dead, so let's go ahead and drop that king now. I mean, it's just one troop at a time. There he goes. Now there goes the king. See, I mean, you should drop all these troops at once. And he almost got in there, but I think those skelly traps kind of screwed him up. Skelly traps sprung up and got him. So he almost got 2 stars on that one. But all right, now we're going to jump over to a different war. And war log, details, view map. And I wanted to show a proper gowipe, how you really should gowipe a base. Now this was, once again, on one of our bases. This base never gets 3-starred. I can't believe it got 3-starred. This was a gowipe. So 2 witches, a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember what's in that clan castle, so we'll just go through it. But see how he created that. He didn't create a funnel, but he lined his wizards all the way out. And he didn't start from the corner, so he didn't start here. He didn't start here. He actually started over here. So that helped him out a ton, because you start from a side of the base, so you have dramatically increased your chances of a win. There goes the clan castle troops, takes those out. And look how many wizards he's got left. Look at all those wizards. You really want to use your heals on your wizards, because if you can keep those guys alive, you've got it made. Those golems aren't dying. They've just got so many hit points. Splash damage barely does anything to them. The Teslas are about the only thing that's really going to hurt them real bad, but the Teslas are being used on the skeletons right now. And there goes the golems down here. So, I mean, you don't have much to worry about. Now, here's the thing that you want to keep in mind. Look at what's happening here. All these troops have now funneled this way. And what happened was the golems are in front of the wizards and that witch. So they're going to tank, and the witch and wizards are shooting troops. They're not melee troops. So they're actually going to start taking out defenses from behind the wall while the golems sit on the wall and the barbarian king sits at the wall. So here's the queen. Eventually, the queen's going to die. So, I mean, yeah, she's taken out a good portion of the core, but she's pretty much done for. And you can see here, just those 2 wizards are really doing almost all of the work. I mean, the king's doing a pretty good portion, but he's going to die eventually because he's out in front. But those wizards, these wizards right here, are honestly the most important part of this whole raid, because they are just dominating this base with all those blasts. They're taking everything out. And now you can see there's really only 4 defenses in the whole base, and 2 of them aren't even defenses that hurt ground troops at all, so it doesn't even matter. And now we're at the point where, I mean, this raid's pretty much over with. Obviously, you can tell that everything's done. And see how many troops he had left? So that, I mean, that made the difference in the raid being able to get the troops to go around the outside of the base like that. I wish we could have gotten some 3-stars on these top bases, but I didn't have my second attack to use for it. I had to use my second attack on that base, so I wasn't able to try even going for a 3-star. I got a 2-star on this one, and it was close. Basically, what I was going for here was take this out with the hogs. So send in a giant and a few hogs. Take that out. It would draw out the clan castle troops. And then start my raid from this side because the queen's here, and there's an air defense here, and then there's 2 here. So, I mean, basically after you do that, it's just a couple of balloons here, 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 and here, and then you have the whole base done. For one, I only brought 8 balloons. I probably should have brought like 12, so I didn't bring enough balloons. I think I had a few too many wizards, honestly, and I think that's kind of what messed my whole raid up. I probably should have had 9 wizards and then some balloons to fill in those spots where the wizards were. I think that would have made the difference. Also, I did not get that air defense. I mean, it was just missed it. So there goes your line of wizards. They take out everything, and you really want that whole area cleared out with those wizards. You want to clear out the whole entire area. Then you send in your jump spell, your king and your queen. I put a rage and a heal down, and then I put one heal down here in the core. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow my Valkyries to stay healthy while they go out and take out all these defenses. So now I'm just sending in 3 balloons there, and I just kind of wait. You just kind of have to wait it out until you get to the point of where they can get another air defense down, and then send in balloons here, and then kind of just once again wait it out. And let's go ×2 on that. And now you can see if I probably should have sent those in just a tiny bit sooner. That might have helped a small amount, but I'm not so certain that it would have helped out that much. And then now that queen's going to take out the wizard tower, that mortar's going to get dropped. And here's what literally ruined my entire raid. This balloon right here drops in just a second from a seeking air mine. Boom. Now, if that hadn't happened, that balloon would have taken out probably both of those defenses, and only that archer tower and cannon would have been left, and I think I would have had time for the rest of the raid, because I still had a little bit of time. I just lost all my troops. I think that if I had gotten rid of those 2, I probably would have had enough, because I don't think that cannon and archer tower would have been enough to take out my king and my queen both. So there goes my king. He drops, and now my queen's done. So it was close. Like I said, I should have, if I had brought a couple more balloons, probably just dropped those, I may have gotten it. Let's see here. And then I don't know how far these got along, really. So I did this raid similar to that first raid. Rather than using Valkyries, because I only have level 1 Valkyries on this account, I used P.E.K.K.A.s because my P.E.K.K.A.s are level 3. Plus, I'm trying to get my Dark Elixir going for my queen because I need to get her to level 10 as soon as possible. So, lined out the wizards, same thing. Popped a heal, trying to keep everything alive over here because this golem was basically toast, so I needed to just keep it up. It's only a level 1 golem. Threw in my jump spell and my rage spell. I always try to rage where the clan castle is because that dragon needs to go away as soon as possible. So there goes the dragon. It's done and over with now. Now you just heal up the core, try to keep all those wizards alive. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. You want to keep that P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards alive just like you wanted to with your Valks. And now they're all going in the core, like I said. Everything's getting taken out. There goes the town hall. And you can see I only have 2 air defenses left on the whole base. So I just decided, well, I'm just going to pop all my balloons out and hope that the air defenses get taken down in time. There was a cup, that one kind of lasted for a little while longer, but look how many balloons I have left. And you can see that this base is basically toast. And there you go. So that base is done and over with. there's no coming back from that. All the defenses are gone, and it's just cleanup time. Okay. Now, I don't want to show that. That was just me bullying on a base, basically. I mean, uh, this was a pretty good one. So this was a mirror attack, and I don't know why, but he brought wizards instead of bringing one more dragon. But it worked out for him. Honestly, here's a really good piece of advice. So if you're going to bring wizards instead of a dragon or archers, do it on the outside trash stuff that doesn't have defenses by it. And because your dragons are slow and it's going to take them forever to get to that point anyways, especially if there's outer buildings, do it out there, and then just to clean up all the trash, so that way your dragons aren't flying around the base trying to clean up the base. Because like I said, they're really slow, and whenever you only have 2 or 3 left, they just group up as one dragon, and it just makes everything worse. So he sends in the balloons and puts the rage spells with them and drops that heal now, trying to keep those balloons alive as long as possible. And I mean, you can see just from this right here, he's got almost all of his dragons left. He's actually got a couple wizards left. Well, no, only one of them's left now because the other one died. And you can see that this base is pretty well going to be done because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons left. Well, 4 because one just died. Actually, there's still 5 because there's 2 here. So he had 6, now he has 5. And, I mean, they're just going to circle around the outside of the base and start cleaning everything up. And he's pretty well got it won. There goes that air defense, taking that out. And now 2 dragons, but it doesn't matter. There's only 1 archer tower to do anything to him. And the rest of the raid is out of the question if he's going to win or not. Okay, so that's the end of that. That's the end of that raid. And I kind of wanted to go over some Town Hall 6 strategies. This is my lowest account. Well, it's not my account. It's my cousin's account, and it's his. It's the lowest account here, and you can see the base is basically a max Town Hall 6. And the idea of these raids is to get rid of that with hog riders. Once you have level 3 balloons to use, and level 3 balloons are plenty strong enough to take out 3 archer towers and 2 wizard towers, because everything else is ground only at that point. That thing, I wouldn't even worry about that little guy. That little guy right there? No. Alright, so it's like I said, get the dragon, lure it out. I use archers just because it takes forever to kill a level 5 dragon with level 3 archers. So I use a lot of archers. And, I mean, he blasts real slow, so you just kind of take him out real. After a while, he's gone. Now, send in your hogs and take out that air defense. Now that the air defense is gone, you can start deploying all your balloons. So there goes some balloons right there. And use that last heal. The hogs are still alive. Balloons are doing their job. And basically, you are done. Last defense goes down, and now it's just cleanup time. So balloons are blasting away at everything else. Hogs are cleaning up. I still have hogs left. Wizards and archers are cleaning up, and now base is done and over with. So that kind of gives you an idea of how to take out a Town Hall 6 base. If you're a Town Hall 6, just make sure you have heals and level 3 bulls. Really, everything else is pretty much a cakewalk. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I could have or not, but I tried going for the number 19 base. It didn't.